Have you ever caught yourself sighing a little too often? Maybe after climbing the stairs, or even just bending down to pick something up? It happens more than we care to admit. And sometimes it's not the muscles in your legs or your back that are the problem. It's your breathing. Most of us don't think about our lungs much until something makes us notice them. But here's the thing. The way we breathe changes as we get older, and those small changes can have a bigger impact than you might expect. You see, as we age, our lung capacity naturally shrinks a bit. It's not something we did wrong. It's just how the body changes over time. The muscles around our lungs might not be as strong as they once were. Our posture shifts. We may even develop habits like shallow breathing without realizing it. And all of this can leave us feeling more tired, more tense, and less energetic than we'd like. But here's the good news. There's something simple you can do about it every single day. In this video, we're going to talk about gentle daily breathing exercises that can help strengthen your lungs, calm your nerves, and boost your energy levels. These aren't complicated techniques. You won't need any fancy equipment. Just a quiet place to sit or stand, a few minutes each day, and a willingness to try something new. Now, let's start with something so basic, most people overlook it entirely. Posture. That's right. How you sit or stand plays a huge role in how well your lungs can do their job. Imagine trying to fill a balloon that's trapped in a tight little box. That's what it's like trying to take a full breath when you're hunched over. The lungs simply don't have room to expand. So one of the easiest ways to improve your breathing starts with lifting yourself up just a bit. Shoulders gently back, chest open, head aligned with your spine. You don't have to be stiff or exaggerated, just balanced. Even this small shift in posture can make a noticeable difference. Try it right now if you'd like. Sit up a little taller. Relax your shoulders. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose. Let it expand your belly, then your chest. Hold it for just a second, and then exhale gently through your mouth. Feel the difference? When you give your lungs room to breathe, they thank you in the form of better oxygen, clearer thoughts, and often a little more pep in your step. Now, once your posture is aligned, you can move into something called belly breathing or diaphragmatic breathing. Don't let the name throw you off. This is something babies do naturally, and you probably did it too when you were younger. It simply means breathing deeply into your belly rather than taking short, shallow breaths into your chest. Place one hand on your chest and the other on your belly. Take a slow breath in through your nose and try to make the hand on your belly rise, while the hand on your chest stays mostly still. Then exhale through your mouth slowly and completely. You might not get it right the first time, and that's okay. The point isn't to be perfect. It's to become more aware of how you're breathing and gently guide it in a better direction. Doing this for just 5 minutes a day can help increase lung efficiency, reduce anxiety, and even improve sleep. And if you've ever felt tightness in your chest or gotten out of breath doing simple things, this kind of breathing might be just what your body's been asking for. Another great way to support your lungs is through something I like to call the sip breath. Think of it like sipping air through a straw. You take in one small breath, hold it for a moment, then take another little sip of air on top of that. Do this until your lungs feel comfortably full, not forced, just filled. Then release all the air slowly and completely. This helps you practice fuller breathing without straining your lungs or rushing the process. People often tell me they didn't realize how shallow their breathing had become until they tried these exercises. It's easy to fall into habits of chest breathing, especially if you're feeling stressed, anxious, or just moving through your day quickly. But when you slow down and breathe with intention, something wonderful happens. Your mind clears, your muscles relax, your body feels more grounded. You might even notice your voice sounds stronger or that you're sleeping better at night. That's because proper breathing isn't just about the lungs. It's about your entire body working in harmony. And remember, this isn't about doing everything perfectly right away. It's about giving yourself a few minutes each day to focus on something that directly supports your health and well-being. Think of it as a small act of kindness for yourself, like watering a plant or opening a window to let fresh air in. Simple, gentle, and surprisingly powerful. Let's keep exploring some breathing techniques and tips that can help you feel even stronger and more in control of your body. When you start breathing with more awareness, it opens a door to so many positive changes. And once you got a hang of belly breathing and sit breaths, it's a great time to build on that foundation with a few simple techniques that can strengthen your lungs even further. Don't worry. Everything we'll talk about today is gentle, safe, and something you can do at your own pace. One breathing method I recommend to almost everyone is what I like to call the 4-2-4 breath. It's simple, rhythmic, and surprisingly calming, especially if you tend to feel a little tense or restless. Here's how it works. You breathe in through your nose for a count of 4. Then hold that breath just gently for a count of 2. And then slowly breathe out through your mouth for a count of 4. That's it. You can repeat this cycle several times, maybe for a minute or 2. It might feel strange at first, but once you settle into it, you'll notice something interesting. Your shoulders start to relax, your heartbeat feels a little steadier, and your thoughts aren't racing quite as much. This kind of breathing gives your nervous system a gentle signal that says, "You're safe. You're okay. You can rest now." And there's another benefit. That slow, steady exhale helps your lungs push out stale air and make room for fresh oxygen. That's something our lungs can struggle with as we get older, especially if we've had colds, allergies, or even just a lot of sitting. Helping your lungs clear themselves naturally every day is one of the kindest things you can do for your body. Now let's talk about a little trick that helps with expanding lung capacity, something called the pursed lip exhale. This one's especially helpful if you've ever felt short of breath or winded after a walk or climbing a flight of stairs. Here's how it works. You breathe in slowly through your nose and then exhale through your mouth while keeping your lips slightly pursed, like you're gently blowing out a candle. Not a big puff, just a steady stream of air. What this does is slow down the breathing process and prevent air from getting trapped in your lungs. It also helps you use your lungs more fully and with less effort. Many people with COPD or asthma are taught this technique by their doctors, but you don't have to have a medical condition to benefit from it. It's excellent for anyone who wants to breathe more efficiently and feel more in control of their breath. You can practice pursed lip breathing anytime you feel winded or even just while sitting quietly. It's gentle enough to do while watching TV or waiting for your tea to steep. It's also a great tool to use if you ever feel anxious or overwhelmed, because it slows everything down in the best way possible. Another tip that's often overlooked is how movement and breath can go hand in hand. Breathing exercises don't always have to be done sitting still. In fact, combining light movement with breath can make the effects even more powerful. One simple way to do this is with arm raises. While seated or standing, whichever feels safer and more stable for you, raise both arms slowly as you breathe in. Stretch them overhead or as high as feels comfortable. Then lower your arms slowly as you breathe out. The key is to match the movement with the breath. Inhale as the arms go up, exhale as they come down. Try this for a few rounds and notice how it gently opens the chest, improves circulation, and creates a calming rhythm. This kind of movement-based breathing is also great for posture, flexibility, and focus. You're not just working your lungs, you're inviting your entire body into the process. It's like giving yourself a quiet little tune-up each day. And here's something else to keep in mind. Consistency matters more than intensity. You don't need to spend an hour doing lung exercises to see a difference. Even 5 to 10 minutes a day, done regularly, can lead to better stamina, improved mood, and deeper sleep. Think of these exercises like brushing your teeth or stretching when you wake up. They're small actions with big benefits over time. One thing I always suggest is to tie your breathing routine to something you already do each day, like your morning coffee, a short walk, or your bedtime routine. That way, it becomes part of your rhythm, not just another chore to remember. And if you miss a day, don't worry about it. Just pick it up again the next day. These exercises aren't about being perfect. They're about being kind to your body and giving yourself the tools to feel better, breathe deeper, and live stronger. Breathing may be automatic, but how we breathe is something we can shape, improve, and use to our advantage at any age. So if you ever felt tired, foggy, or like you've lost a bit of your spark, give your lungs some attention. They may just surprise you with what they can do. Let's keep this going and explore a few more techniques that not only support your lungs, but also help bring a little more vitality into your everyday life. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, drop a number 1 in the comments to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's a great time. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you won't miss future videos. Your support means a lot and helps us keep creating content to inform and inspire. Now, let's keep going. By now, you might be noticing something subtle but powerful. Breathing well doesn't just support your lungs. It affects everything. Your energy, your mood, even how clearly you think. And as we continue, I want to share a couple more techniques that can add strength, comfort, and confidence to your daily breathing. One of the most effective, yet surprisingly gentle exercises is what some people call box breathing. It's used by everyone from yoga instructors to first responders. And the reason it's so popular is simple: it works. It's all about creating balance in your breath and calming your entire system. Here's how you do it. Picture a square in your mind, 4 equal sides. As you breathe in, count to 4. Then hold that breath for 4. Breathe out slowly to the count of 4, and then hold again, just gently, for another count of 4. That's 1 full box. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold, each for 4 counts. Now, the first time you try it, you might not get the timing perfect. That's okay. This isn't about performance. It's about bringing a sense of steadiness to your breath. After few rounds, many people feel more focused, more grounded, and even a little more in control of how they respond to stress. That's the hidden gift of breathing work. It's not just physical. It helps mentally and emotionally, too. And here's something you might not expect. Singing and humming are fantastic for your lungs. That's right. If you enjoy music, you already have a fun, natural way to strengthen your breathing. When you sing or hum, you're stretching your exhale, engaging your diaphragm, and stimulating your vagus nerve, the one responsible for calming your body and helping with digestion, rest, and healing. So if you like old tunes, gospel, show tunes, or even just humming along to a melody you love, keep doing it. Or bring it back into your daily life if it's been a while. You don't have to sing loud, and no one needs to hear you. Even humming softly to yourself while tidying up or getting ready in the morning can make a difference. Another practice that brings great benefits is called segmental breathing. This one might sound fancy, but it's really about learning to direct your breath into different parts of your lungs. Our lungs aren't just big balloons. They have different sections that can get underused, especially if we sit a lot or don't breathe deeply. To try segmental breathing, place your hands on different areas of your torso, your upper chest, your sides, or even just under your ribs. As you breathe in, imagine sending your breath to that area. You might even feel the space under your hands gently expand. Then exhale slowly and fully. By moving your hands to different spots, you can wake up areas of your lungs that aren't used to expanding. This practice improves lung flexibility and can make each breath more efficient. Over time, You may even notice you're not getting winded as quickly or that you recover from mild exertion more easily. Now, before we wrap up, I want to say a word about safety and pacing. Breathing exercises are powerful, but they're also meant to feel gentle and restorative. If at any point you feel dizzy, lightheaded, or short of breath, pause. Don't push through discomfort. That's your body asking for a break, and listening to it is always a wise thing to do. Also, if you have any respiratory conditions like asthma, COPD, or a history of lung infections, it's a good idea to check with your doctor or physical therapist before adding anything new. Most of these exercises are safe for just about everyone, but getting that reassurance can help you feel more confident. Let's take a moment now to reflect on how much your body is already doing for you. Every breath you take, even the ones you don't notice, is keeping you going minute after minute. That's something worth honoring. And by taking just a few minutes each day to breathe with intention, you're telling your body, I'm here for you too. It's easy to underestimate the impact of these small daily habits. But the truth is they add up. They strengthen your lungs, ease your stress, support your heart, and even boost your immune system. And the best part? You don't need equipment. You don't need a gym. You don't even need to stand up. All you need is a few quiet moments and the willingness to care for yourself in a new, nourishing way. So whether you do your breathing practice in the morning with a cup of tea, in the afternoon to reset your mind, or in the evening to unwind before bed, it all counts. Every breath you take with purpose is a gift to your future self. Remember, you are not fragile. You are capable, resilient, and worthy of feeling strong and well at every age. The breath you just took, that was a step in the right direction. And the one after that will be 2. Take a deep breath in with me now and let it go slowly. That's the feeling we're reaching for: ease, clarity, and calm. And it's yours whenever you need it. Sometimes the simplest things are the most powerful. Breathing, something you've done without thinking for decades, can quietly become your strongest ally as you age. It doesn't require equipment, a schedule, or a partner. All it needs is your attention. And now that we've explored so many ways to reconnect with your breath, it's time to bring it all together in a way that feels not just helpful, but sustainable. Let's talk about how to make daily breathing exercises part of your real, everyday life, not just something you do once and forget about. Because let's face it, if something isn't practical or enjoyable, it's not going to stick. And you deserve something that not only helps, but also fits naturally into your rhythm. One of the best ways to stay consistent with your breathing practice is to link it to something you already do. For example, take a few deep, intentional breaths while waiting for your morning tea to steep, or practice box breathing for a minute or two before you turn out the lights at night. Maybe you could hum a familiar tune while folding laundry or walking around your living room. These tiny pairings help breathing become a habit, not a chore. And there's no need to do everything all at once. In fact, the beauty of this kind of self-care is how forgiving it is. Some days, you might have 5 quiet minutes to sit and breathe deeply. Other days, maybe it's just one deep breath while standing at the window. That's still progress. That's still honoring your body. Now, I want to gently remind you, this isn't about chasing perfection. You don't need to measure your progress in big milestones. Instead, notice the little things. Maybe you're sleeping a bit better. Maybe you catch yourself feeling calmer in a moment that used to make you anxious. Maybe your chest feels looser, lighter. These are all signs that something inside is shifting. Another way to keep your breath practice fresh is to bring in some variety. Some days, a quiet, calming routine like pursed lip breathing might feel right. Other times, you might want something energizing, like a few rounds of deep belly breathing followed by a light walk around the house. Or maybe you enjoy guided audio exercises or calming music in the background. Make it yours. Make it feel good. And if you ever find yourself getting discouraged, if you skip a day or forget, be kind to yourself. Just begin again. The breath is always there for you, ready to meet you where you are, with no judgment and no rush. Let's also touch briefly on posture. You don't have to sit bolt upright or stand like a statue to breathe well, but being aware of your body makes a difference. When you sit, let your feet rest flat on the floor and lengthen your spine just a little, like someone gently pulling a string at the top of your head. Let your shoulders soften. Let your belly relax. A good posture gives your lungs room to do their job. And remember, movement helps breathing too. You don't have to do anything strenuous. Just a bit of gentle stretching or walking opens the chest, loosens the muscles around your ribs, and encourages deeper, fuller breaths. If you enjoy gentle yoga, tai chi, or even slow dancing in your kitchen, those can all be wonderful ways to support your breath and body together. Finally, give yourself credit. You showed up for yourself today. You listened. You breathed. You made a quiet investment in your future health, and that's something to be proud of. The effects of what you've learned today won't just show up in your lungs. They'll show up in the way you handle stress, in your energy levels, in how you move through your day. You've planted the seeds of resilience and strength, breath by breath. So take one more deep breath with me right now. In through the nose, hold gently and out through the mouth. Feel that calm settle in your body. That's yours, and you can return to it anytime. You don't have to overhaul your life to feel better. Just a few intentional moments, repeated day after day, can make all the difference. Breathing is your built-in tool, a simple, powerful resource that asks for nothing but your attention. And the best part? You're never too old to start. Every breath you take is a fresh beginning, a quiet act of care. So go forward gently. Breathe a little deeper. Stand a little taller. Smile a little more. Because you deserve to feel strong, peaceful, and fully alive at every age. Live well, breathe fully, and always remember you're stronger than you think. Thanks so much for spending time with the Eunoia Grace community today. We'd really love to hear from you. Drop a comment below. Let us know one thing you learned today and how you might apply it in your own life. Your insights mean a lot to us, and reading your thoughts always gives us a boost of energy and inspiration. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need it too. Your support truly helps us keep going and create content that informs and uplifts. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.